Hi, my name is Jonathan Wedgbury. I'm the Chief Executive of Health Trust Europe. We're a group purchasing organisation that's owned by Hospital Corporation America, one of the largest private healthcare corporations in the world. Everything that we do is customer-centric. We operate in a very competitive environment against other group purchasing organisations. And to actually differentiate ourselves by offering excellent customer service is something that we think is really important. What we've done to support that is to really invest in people. People are our most prized asset, and we've significantly improved the account management organisation within HTE. We've actually doubled the amount of account managers that we have within the business, and on a daily basis they are working with customers to understand their needs and requirements, help them use our contracts more effectively, and as a consequence of that, to derive the savings from those arrangements that we've put in place. With every customer, we agree a cost improvement target each year. For instance, a large trust, that target could be £2 million a year. So the account manager's job is to ensure that we have sufficient projects in the work plan that will deliver those savings for the customer, and that both from an operational perspective within HTE, the buyers, and also from the customers working with the clinicians, that they work together to actually deliver the contract and the outcome that's needed, because without doing this in partnership, we won't succeed. We've also fostered much closer relationships with the Department of Health and government in general. And a good example of this would be recently we've been working with the department around developing their new procurement strategy, which was released in July. If you look at our parent company, Health Trust in the US, they've had effective clinical networks for the past 13 years. So what they've been able to do is to bring clinicians from across the US together to drive rationalisation and standardisation of medical and surgical and also corporate products. So what we've been doing over the last 2 years is importing that knowledge, that expertise over here into the UK, so we can use that to develop more effective clinical networks for our own business.
My name's Adam Race. I'm the Head of Human Resources at George Eliot Hospital NHS Trust. At George Eliot, we've been through 2 procurement exercises in the last 12 months. One, changing our payroll provider, and the second, dealing with medical locums. Gary Starr has been the specialist that we've been working through with our procurement exercises. And we found him particularly professional. He really drove the procurement process and made it very easy for the trust. You turned up, things were there, the information was available to make decisions, and Gary just really carried you through the process. Thinking about the payroll procurement process, the team of us turned up. Gary had everything prepared and guided us right through that process. He actually made making the decision around our payroll provider particularly easy and relatively interesting. Health Trust Europe seemed to take all the angst out of the procurement exercise. They make it simple, straightforward, and really pull you through that process. The key strengths are professionalism, timeliness, and that real drive they have to get the process to completion. If somebody was to ask me about procurement, working with Health Trust Europe has certainly made our procurement processes more simple, and their can-do approach to getting through that procurement process is really helpful. So I think the key things for me were around how easy the process was around payroll, because that was quite daunting in terms of we had a very short space of time to do it in, and it just kind of Gary was there at the start. He said, right, okay, we can do this. Sounds like we've got about 4 weeks spare within the time process. Let's just get on and do it. It's going to mean some work, but I'll do it. So that was the kind of approach. And in terms of med locums, he was just constantly chasing us. I've had some issues in my team, performance issues and absence issues, and he's really just kind of kept us on the money in terms of making sure the process is completed and things have signed off. So I think that's been really positive.
Throughout a recent tendering process for a new security and car parking contractor, we could not fault the support, help and advice given by Health Trust Europe. That the service was prompt and professional at all times, which made the process more efficient.
Health Trust Europe have been very helpful in supporting us to provide a more robust way of booking medical locums, which has resulted in significant savings for the Trust. We have worked together for the past 2 years, and I can honestly say it's been a complete and utter pleasure. They've been very professional and are happy to provide advice and support when needed.
I found HTE particularly knowledgeable about my medical locums.
They've inspired me with confidence to develop and deliver the solution that we were looking for our trust.
They listened to my ideas, and together we have implemented a new system which is going to deliver considerable savings to the Trust. I really can't recommend them enough. They've been fab.
I've always found the team at HTE to be very professional and helpful, and we've got a great relationship with them.
Health Trust Europe has delivered many benefits and has introduced a new way of working that focuses more on delivering a world-class customer service.
They've helped us reach a significant public sector audience who have confidence that their approved suppliers have been through a robust selection process.
Thanks to HTE, we have a new contract in place with positive changes already being seen throughout the organisation. HTE were readily available throughout the process to support via telephone, email, meetings, face-to-face meetings, with sometimes with very little notice. The whole process was articulately managed from start to finish, with a translucent process throughout.
We've been working with Health Trust Europe since their first day of trading and under their new name and new ownership by HCA. They now have an established team of staff with specialist skills and commercial acumen, helping them to engage with clinical staff and key stakeholders within the trust.
Health Trust Europe's auditing processes give us great confidence in compliance and ensure that best value is delivered under their contracts.
Our experience of working with Health Trust Europe has been an extremely positive one. We find them open and honest and willing to listen to any feedback that we have about their procurements and their processes, and ideas that we have to share as well.
Working with HTE has been a piece of cake.